Hi, this is Merlin. This is day 2 of making a video what I learned every day. So what I studied today was cache control because I literally had no idea what is cache control, and my coworker said, "What is cache control? Why Webpack builds builds some builds JavaScript and sets the HTML or into some kind of hash name?" And my question was, I don't know. And the thing is that you have to understand what is cache control because that could impact of your website. So let's go it. So this is an article that I read today. How Toast company is one of the largest big tech company in the Korea. So the article says is handle the web service cache sm- smartly. Okay, with smart behavior. Yeah. So to enhance, so let's read this article with me, and I'm gonna talk about what I like the question of of the content. Uh, so let's go. So I'm gonna a little bit zoom it. Wait, how can I zoom? Oh, nice. In post front end chapter, we in toast is in toast front end chapter, we trying to use the HTTP cache proactively to enhance the web performance. And the cache would be wouldn't be disappear when the moment I want, when I cannot handle, when I uh, weirdly or cannot manage the cache. I don't know if that is the right English, so let's go in. So so if there's so many, so it could be like a lot of HTTP requests of of accessing the limitation. So to efficiently handle or manage the HTTP cache, uh, you should like stabilize the HTTP cache header with sensitivity. Um, in post-threatened chapter, um, we're gonna we're gonna talk about the learning things from in this tech blog while uh, while handling various I forgot the word. Shit. Various. Never mind. I'm just gonna use. I don't know. Let's skip it. Sorry. Just let's skip it. I forgot the word. No. Let's don't skip it. This is um good example how. Sorry. No, not this. Yeah, like this. Not like this. Yes. Yes. 주기를 영어로. Oh, cycle. Cycle period. Yeah. So I forgot it. So there's life cycle. So 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 they're gonna talk about the life, the bar life cycle, the cash that has Bar's life cycle, and they earned something, and they're gonna talk about what they earned in tech blog. So they talk about, so the heading is the cache's life cycle. When HTTP So what's HTTP? So in HTTP, the resource meaning is that the some kind of like, or the types of files that web browser can get it via the HTTP, which is like HTML, CSS, JS, image, video. These are the resources, and yeah, these are the resources. When web browser trying to get the resources that has not been even giving out any request to the server and browser, they gonna fully request and response the HTTP. So HTTP request is really full, is really complete, and response is also completed. And after that, the HTTP response, the resources lifecycle will be decided via the cache control inside the HTTP response. So this is like caches validation, validation type. You can I forgot the word, sorry. I think validation type expiration period, sorry. Expiration period max age. So the using max age, you can make the expiration period, so the server will not so example, if you have expiration period like max age 0, so that means the server will server will like request and get a response every single moment, and that could be make the waterfalls, and if there's a lot of waterfall, there will be bad effect on your website or web application. But why waterfalls makes the web browser they can give a bad effect to web browser? This is because the thing is that I'm not sure. I'm not sure about this, but I think there's limitation that HTTP handles the amount of networks. So example, HTTP could get the 6 resources at same and one time, and if there's like a lot of resources, they could be postponed. And if there's like example, if you're fetching image first, and there's a lot of images, and these resources can block the main thread. Why it blocked the main thread? Because main thread is actually single threaded. So why it is single threaded? Because of the JavaScript. Because why because of the JavaScript? Because the JavaScript could sorry, this too much. Yeah. Okay, let's go. So before the expiration period of the cache, so when you fetch the resource, and if the expiration period, you are like at the before of the expiration period, so browser will not give request to the server, and they read the cache from the disk or memory at the browser, right? And my question was, how browser could store a disk or memory my question was how browser is doing it. How? Yeah, this is like example of the HTTP resources from the memory cache. You can see the status. Example, you are requesting some kind of JavaScript file, and this resource has the cache control, and which value is max age, some kind of tree, blah blah. I don't know how to. I'm really slow at reading lots of numbers in English, so sick of it. So this resource could have has the 1 year of cache. So which means that before a year, the browser will read this memory from this memory, and they're gonna retrieve the cache. So that's like from the memory cache, right? And so it's this article saying that you have to be careful of what you have to be careful, or they're not even giving a request to the server. If the browser has the cache, and if browser needs the cache, they're gonna the cache will be inside of the browser till the expiration rate done. And this is because it is really hard to delete expiration sorry, too much. So it is really hard to erase the cache that is not expired from the browser, even though there's some kind of server's operation includes CDN invalidation. My question was how cache is stored in the browser, and why is it keeping it? How does it save? My question was it. I don't know how to. I didn't ask ChatGPT. I didn't search it, so because I don't have time. But that is what I learned today. So you can there's a note you can exactly I forgot the word. Specify. You can specify. You can exactly specify the expiration expired period of cache using expires header and cache rather than cache control max age. This is up to you. So after expiration period, what do you have to do? You have to invalidate, right? So this article is saying is that if the cache, what we're gonna happen if the cache's expiration period already passed away, if the cache is fully disappears. But actually no. Why? My question is why? Why? And but the browser use conditional requests from the server, and they're gonna revalidate the cache is I forgot the word. Is valid. Yeah, is valid. Sorry. So my question was, what is conditional request? And after the invalidation, if browser the cache browser hash is valid, server gonna gives 300 for not modified request. So I think this is very important because you really have to understand what is HTTP and what's the response. Response has meaning of it. If you're front-end developer, you should understand the meaning of the response. Or like scroll for not modified. So not modified means that response means that the browser still have a cache. It is valid. If it is valid, not modified. And this response not modified is not part of the HTTP content. And that is why it can send very fast. My question is what is HTTP content and why 04 modified response is not part of it. Also, why is it fast? If you take a look, if this screenshot, we're gonna, or example is saying that it used only 324 byte of network request and response to revalidate 51.1 kilobyte of resource for the cache revalidation. My question is, do I have to consider the size of byte of network request and response cost? Do I have to? But why? Because of the performance? Because it is fast? So that's my question. And so the big example of revalidating request headers is like kind of this if non-match header. What's if non-match? If non-match is that they compare it is same or not of the resource, the cache resource tag value, the cache resource tag value and current server resource tag value. They're gonna compare. So what is resource tag value? What is it resource tag value? My question is, I don't know. I don't know right now because I had so much. I don't have time for this. I literally don't have time for this. So I'm gonna study it tomorrow maybe. If modified since so it check server resources after cached resources after the cached resources last modified value. So this tag and last modified value uses the resource response uses the header value of resource response that fetches the originated the fetches I forgot the word that fetches previously. Yeah, Jesus. After revalidation, if cache is not stabilized, is not valid. So server would give the 200 OK or some kind of the status code with the content. So moreover, my question is, why the status is 200? The cache value is expired. When cache value is expired. Moreover, without requesting HTTP request, moreover, without sending a HTTP request, it can fetch the newest value, and that is why it is very efficient. If the max age, my question was, no, it's not my question. So next is no cache and no store. So cache, there's like really complicated and disturbing or I forgot the word. 헷갈리다. I forgot the word. Man. Confused. Sorry. There's a two confused value, which is no cache and no store. It is kind of the name is similar, but it operates very differently. So what is no cache? No cache value has same meaning. Has same meaning browser with the max age equals to 0. So which means that it stores the cache but when you're gonna use it, it has to revalidate requests at the server. And no store, the value is the resource that not has to be cached. So this, which means that do not even make a cache. Do not even make a cache for the store to store it. So, and this is really powerful cache control. If you're using no store browser, we're not gonna store the resources on the any cache storage. Yeah, any cache storage. So see the cache's position. So when CDN works as like a media server, cache could have a lot of cache could have a lot of cache could have a lot of position, a lot of location, and the CDN with the cache cache the origin response or previous response that server has, and the CDN's cache response, the user's browser will refetch the cache of the CDN's cache response, and like this HTTP cache, you have to sensitively handle, because HTTP cache could store in the different lot of layers. Cache invalidated. So to get rid of cache, we say that we're gonna use cache invalidation, and cache invalidation is that you can see the above diagram, right? So it means that it's delete the cache on the CDN, the minute of it. And browser cache, the browser cache thinks that the things, and that doesn't mean the browser cache is deleted. It just means that this is just invalidated. It doesn't mean it's deleted. So the browser has still have the cache. Like meter server and CDN, there's a lot of, and like, let's forget the word. In some cases, there's like a lot of meter server or CDN, but if it expires like whole of the cache, the meter server has to delete the cache on that cache. So if you store the one cache, it is really hard to delete. So you have to think deeply of how to put the max age on your cache control. The cache control public and private, and like CDN and like meter server could add public or private on the cache headers value to check is some specific resource could cache. So public means that all of the people and meter server could cache, and private means that only end-to-end, like the browser of the users and the server could cache. Not server, it's just the browser of the users. To for the word. To combine the max age value, you can use it like this: cache control public max age 8, 8 blah blah with a comma. So x max age. So what's the x max age? So to set a max age on meter server, you can set x max age. Example, cache control. If you set the cache control value x max age or max age, so which means that CDN will cache the whole year. The CDN will cache the 1 year, but it could revalidate every request. So how TOS company use cache control? So at like this kind of HTML resource could change in every deployment. The value could be changed. So browser has to see when browser fetch the HTML file, it has to see if there is new deployment. So and TOS frontend should put cache control on max age 0 and as max age 1 year, because so that browser, when it fetches HTML data, it trying to ask the validation from the server. But if there's like new deployment on the between of the deployment, it could request a new HTML file. So file. The CDN will be continuously has the cache of the HTML file, but the thing is that in every deployment is happening, the CDN will invalidate and fetches the new HTML file from a CDN server, from the server. So what if JavaScript and CSS file? JavaScript CSS file, it generate when the web server is built. So Toast frontend chapter put the version number and put up the URL in and in every builds the generated output, so it could have the unique unique URL. So this JavaScript file has unique URL. So when it handles JavaScript or CSS file like this, so there's no changes if there's one same URL. So if there's no changes, so that means that resource cache never be expired. So they put cache control max age, and they put max age like 1 year. So in every deployment, browser will use the cache JavaScript file when there is no new deployment. So cache control, so using cache setting sensitively, user could load the HTTP resource faster, and the developer could they can reduce the traffic the expense. If you can see, just using cache control and etag header and choose the characteristic of the resource, you can set settings of the cache. So if you are like having trouble with handling HTTP cache, it could. I hope this article is helping you. And this is the end of my what I learned today. So there's no learning actually. It's just asking the question. So it's like asking question is learning. For me, it's not. You have to get answer from your question. So okay, this is the end of this is the end. Bye bye.